Wait. Check this out.
What are you doing? You're hurting me! You're hurting me!
Well, that didn't go as planned. Let's back up a bit, huh? This is transgender lawyer Rob Hopkins in Oklahoma. Things in the courtroom are a little testy because Rob's client did not show up for court. So let's watch the tension build to a fever pitch.
I don't think there's any need in going forward today.
We were back to the issue at hand, which was you asked me to not provide testimony on behalf of my client. You asked me what paragraph it was. I pointed you to the exact paragraph.
Stop.
It's her education.
Stop.
Stop because you don't want to hear what the argument is.
Stop. You interrupt me one more time, you are being held in direct contempt of court, and
Yes,
you can
ma'am.
wipe that smirk off.
I don't
your
have a
face.
smirk on my face.
Oh, yes, you do.
I do not.
I am not going to tolerate this from you, sir.
Yes, ma'am. There was a pause. There was a break. I wasn't done with my argument.
And I was not done with my statement. You interrupted again. Do not throw your...
I did not throw. It fell off the bench. Please stop stating things that are not true, ma'am.
Sir, you've got a room full of witnesses.
I do. I put it down. I did. I put it down and it fell down. I did not fall.
Then settle down.
I'm not upset and I'm not arguing. You're not letting me make an argument. I'm not red in the face, ma'am. I'm not.
Stop. Our court reporter cannot get what we're both saying.
I am trying to make my argument. You interrupted my argument halfway through on an objection.
That will get every available deputy in
Yes, ma'am, I'm aware. It's happened to me before.
It has.
Yes.
Because you're out of line
Yeah,
with courts.
I guess so.
Okay. If I push that
Or maybe
button-
because I'm a transgender attorney practicing all over the state.
I don't know what you are.
You do, ma'am. It's not that you do.
So we are pausing this until you get the ADA request form filled out and it gets processed.
So we're going to pause the hearing on jurisdiction that's been set twice. I drove an hour and a half to have the hearing. My client's available telephonically, and we are simply not even taking testimony.
Is your client available telephonically?
Yes, ma'am.
today?
Yes, ma'am.
Well, then get her on the phone.
Thank you.
Your Honor, to which we would object. This is as clear as the nose on my face that this woman will not appear before this court because she has a warrant for stealing.
Objection, hearsay. That's not true. And you're ready.
You will find, sir, that
Don't put at me and stop me or shout at me.
I'm not putting it on there.
No, we're stopping.
Get out of my face, sir. Get out of my face, sir.
You may step
Get out of my face.
You should leave this county.
Get out of my face. Get out of my
These
face.
people are my friends, and you're being ugly.
And get out of my face.
Put your hands behind your back.
Why?
Because you're in direct contempt of court.
He shouted at me. No, I'm not being, you did not even say that I was in
You are
contempt.
in direct.
No, I'm not
Judge,
doing
I
my stuff.
apologize, but I felt very threatened by this person.
Ma'am,
Not
put
the
your stuff in.
screaming and the yelling in court. I've never even heard that before in this courtroom.
Wait.
Do not hurt me. Do not hurt me.
Put your hands behind your back.
Do not. Are you throwing me over this?
Stop resisting.
I'm not resisting.
Okay. Put your hands behind your back. Stop resisting.
You know exactly what's
Why
happening.
don't you all walk that way so you can...
I can't walk. I'm being thrown down.
Just stop, settle down, walk that way.
No.
Settle down. Do not grab me. Do not grab me. What are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? You're hurting me. You're hurting me. You just kicked me. You just kicked me. You just kicked me. I can't breathe. I can't breathe. I can't breathe. I can't breathe.
Put your hands behind
I
your back.
cannot breathe. I can't breathe. I can't breathe. I can't breathe. I can't Help! Somebody call 911. Please. 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 Please.
Ladies and security.
Ow! Ow! Ow!
I've got his wife.
Somebody call 911. I don't. Get a female officer now. Get a female officer now. Get a female officer now.
There aren't any.
I can't get up. I can't see. He just threw my glasses. I can't see. Give me my glasses. Put them on my face.
No.
Put them on my face. I cannot see. Please give me my glasses. I cannot see. I'm not trying to walk and I cannot see. I need my wallet.
Thanks, Robert. Thanks, guys.
I'm trying to walk.
Oh man, now I'm gonna say this. I got to preference first. I gotta preface this first by saying I have no problem with trans individuals at all. Live how you want to live, do what you want to do. But also, now, well, first, the other attorney, prosecution, I imagine works in that county and practices in that county with that judge maybe frequently. And if you watch as much as court shows as I watch and police body cam videos that I watch and court cam that I watch, I'm like, you can almost tell when defense or prosecution have worked with a judge a lot, right? And that's what it seems here. And when you hear the prosecutor say you need to get out of this county, this might be one of those towns that don't accept trans individuals. Okay? But that's a part of it. That's a part of it. You better not expect, if you're going to be trans and this person is living as a man, you better not expect everybody to accept you. It's the same thing with black people. You think black people walking around expecting everybody to accept them? It's the same thing with the trans community. Don't sit there and expect everybody to accept you, because they're not. And that's just the truth. Not trying to be mean, none of that, because I personally have no problem with trans individuals. It's just you have to be realistic that everybody's not going to accept you. All right, but that don't mean you always that don't mean you use that for every situation. So I'm not going to say this trans attorney was the only one wrong. I'm not going to say that, because I think the judge was pushing it. I think the judge could have been like, all right, it's time for you to go. You know, instead of the whole contempt of court and getting this attorney arrested, because both attorneys were yelling at each other in that moment. So I personally think the best thing to do would have been both of y'all chill out. This case is done right now, and we're going to move this case like she was planning to do within the first few minutes before the attorney tried to get on his phone to reach his client. Okay, so and understand, it may not be my ideology, but I am being respectful. Okay, so before the attorney got on his phone to reach his client, the judge was already saying, before she said you can attempt to get your client on the phone, she was going to move the court date. She was going to move it. So it should have just adjourned that case and did it anyway. Even after they yelled at each other, okay, y'all two chill out. We're done with this case for the day. It's adjourned. We're moving it to whatever date or whatever. And then go from there. I'm like, but to sit there and have the deputies come up and not even just, excuse us. And prosecution could just walk right past them. And they go after. I understand this person did not have the most class that they should have had in the courtroom. They didn't. They did not. You should have had more class and decorum about yourself in that legal professional setting. No matter what you thought was going on, no matter what you thought the play was, have that decorum in class about yourself and that self-dignity and self-respect to where you're not wilding out like you were there. And then to sit there and say, well, I'm not arguing, ma'am. Yes, you are, because honestly, technically, you're still biologically female. You still are argumentative. You are. And you're doing things like a child when the judge say, well, I wasn't finished either. You interrupted me again. And then you put your phone down and then it hits the floor, which gave the impression that you threw it, but you didn't. I will give you that. You did not throw your phone. You set it down and it fell. But there was no point in even doing that. Even that was unnecessary. You could have just stood there and listened to what the judge had to say. That was an entitlement issue. Okay? And stop using it because I'm trans card, okay? That's the same thing black people do. You treat me like this because I'm black. I'm not getting my way with you because I'm black. You're doing this because I'm black. Don't do that. That's the same thing black people do. Black people on the left do that. So there must be a leftist thing to state whatever it is that you are and say that's the reason you're treating me the way you're treating me, or I'm not getting my way in whatever the situation is because I am whatever it is that you are. Don't use that victim card, okay? You were not using the utmost class and decorum about yourself in that courtroom, okay? But also, neither was the prosecutor, because they were way out of line to say, you need to get out of this county. You don't own the county, first of all. Trans individuals are still human beings at the end of the day. Whether you agree with their ideology or not, or their lifestyle or any of that, at the end, whatever you feel about trans individuals, they still human beings at the end of the day, with the right to go wherever they want. You can't tell this person you need to get out of this county. Or what? You threatening that individual? And then the judge definitely, I can see the judge definitely understand the judge getting annoyed, but then when you go into the whole, yep, you're in direct contempt, the prosecutor wasn't. The prosecutor was screaming at this attorney the same way this attorney was screaming at the prosecutor. They both had a moment of screaming at each other right at the end. Why didn't you just either put both of them in contempt, or the more rational thing is to, hey, both of you two calm down, chill out. So this is what we're going to do. I'm going to adjourn this today. We're going to move this to that date, whatever. And we're going to go from there and try this again. Just do that. That's the most rational, the most fair, or what I perceive personally as the most fairest thing to do. And now I'm hearing that attorney closed down their firm, their Pride community firm. We live in a crazy place, y'all. We live in a crazy world. Either you adapt or you don't. And that's with everything. Either you adapt or you don't. And the ones who don't, you see the things that happen. And either you see, like with both of them, because I think both of them were in the wrong. I think all parties was in the wrong. So either you adapt and everything is good, or you don't adapt and you see what happens. Either you're getting arrested, or you coming out looking like a bully and a transphobe, or you're coming out looking like you have a chip on your shoulder, or you and getting arrested, or you look like the judge, where you look like you're unfair and look like you showing that you may in a way be a little unfair to this person, almost backs up their statement of maybe you're doing this for this reason. I think all parties involved just didn't uphold the legality and the professionalism and the respect and honor of that court. But what do I know? But y'all let me know what y'all think in the comments. All right. As always, if you like the video, like, comment, subscribe, hype me up, all that good stuff. If you don't like it, you know what to do. I don't care. You're beneath me. You're a nobody. But if you do like it, make sure you subscribe for me and all of that so you can keep seeing the videos. I'm going to keep doing them. All right. Y'all Stay tuned with me. We're gonna build this channel. I promise you, I'm figuring it out. All right, till next time, y'all. I'm out. I feel like I'm good on my own. Don't need nobody beside me.